Angeles. As Jinger moves farther from her family, it looks like she's also straying further from Jim Bob's restrictive rules. In a series of new photos, Jinger is bearing more skin than fans have ever seen before. The Duggars eschew actual schools for fear that their children might learn about the world and interact with their peers. But there is one thing on which schools and Jim Bob Duggar agree: bare shoulders are some sort of irresistible temptation displayed only by floozies. And yet here we see Jinger, no longer under Jim Bob's authority because she is married, bearing the entirety of her shoulders. Those of us who exist in real life understand that she's just a person who lives in a very warm climate. But by the Duggar code of ethics, this makes her some sort of Jezebel. Interestingly, both Jinger and Jeremy shared photos of her bare arms and naked shoulders. It seems that, without saying so much in words, they want to make it clear that Jinger now lives by a different set of rules. The photos were actually shared as part of a series about Laredo, Texas. Jeremy and Jinger have lived there for some time but are prepared to leave it behind. They're memorializing the places and activities that they have enjoyed there because they know that, soon, they'll be moving on to new pastures. Fans who saw Jinger's shoulders for the first time could not contain their excitement. "Yes, show those shoulders, girl." One fan comments. "I love that you have branched out into your own style and standards, values." Quote, "So adorable, Jinger," praises another. "You always look lovely. And it looks like baby Felicity is going to be a fashionista like her mama." Hilariously, another comment compares her to British royalty. "The Kate Middleton of America," one follower declares. Obviously, those comments ranged from sidestepping the bare shoulders to directly addressing them. But we can only imagine how Jim Bob and Michelle and other strict fundamentalists must feel. See, to their way of thinking, they believe that women are magically responsible for the thoughts and behavior of men. In some ways, their views echo some of society's misogynistic undercurrents taken to their logical extremes. Modesty culture is all about making women feel that their bodies are not their own. Michelle Duggar has actually described the display of skin or even one's clothed curves as defrauding. In her mind, if a woman displays herself, even with a bare leg, a bare arm, or a flash of her abdomen, she is responsible for exciting men who see. In real life, we know that people are responsible for their own thoughts and assumptions. So if a woman makes a man horny, but because they are not married she cannot bone him, the Duggars feel that she's made a promise and broken it. Also not how any of that works. To the Duggars, bare skin is part of fraud, because you're advertising a product that is not available for sale. Jeremy Vuolo has some very conservative religious views of his own, but he doesn't see eye to eye with Jim Bob. "Jesus didn't save people to make them wear skirts," he famously said a few years ago. Under Duggar beliefs, their daughters are effectively Jim Bob's property, even after reaching adulthood. However, once they are married off they are free from Jim Bob and placed under the authority of their husband. This is archaic and frankly horrifying, but it's nice to see that Jinger can make different choices about how to decorate her